MPC2000 users, check out Boot Disc Plus. It's an MPC2000 boot disc, reworked with a lo-fi 808 kit, extra samples, some factory sequences, and a few MPC utilities you'll want in your arsenal. Here's what's on it and how I put it together. It has OS 1.72, the final circulating OS for the MPC2000, and I loaded all the sequences from disc 1 of the MPC60 sound library. I happen to have the disc, but I don't have an MPC60. The beats are kinda dated, but I like them better than the sequences that came out on the MPC2000 discs. They sound like something you might sample from a Sade record. So I did swap the samples out for an 808 kit I found during a deep dive for old discs on the Internet Archive. These are from an old version of Roger Lynn's site and also for the MPC60. The combination of the lo-fi 12-bit 808 kit with those factory sequences completely changes the complexion of the beats and gives the mashup a mid-80s electro soul vibe. And even though I don't use those sequences in my own beats, I like having them just to play in the background while I'm flipping through records or samples, and they're a piece of MPC history. The MPC60 sample placement or orientation is different than the other MPCs. Many of the MIDI notes are the same, but the pad layout is different. So I made a general MIDI version of the 808 kit that places the drums in the same pad locations that you'll find from the kits on the 3000, 2000, XL, and newer. I also made two chromatic programs for the disc. One that starts at note 35, which is the lowest note that the MPC2000 can access, and one that starts at 36, which is a C note to begin an octave. These are a must for controlling software, synths, or creating chromatic instrument programs such as the S950 test tone bass patch that I also put on the disc. It's just a sine wave, but there's definitely something special about it, so I looped it up as an instrument for your creative pleasure. I also added a blank sequence on 99 with some pre-labeled MIDI tracks. Everything loads automatically from an APS file on boot up with the OS to get you started. Last but not least is a demo beat. With the last few seconds of sample time available on the disc, I sampled a vocal snippet, a synth pad, created a bass bank, and made a dark electro beat. This is the first of many MPC sample disc releases, and although my main focus is creating a useful kit for you, I'll always try to find a way to make a demo for each release. If you don't have an MPC2000 or an MPC at all, don't worry. I also put up the WAV files so you can load them into the tool of your choice, and everything does load up in modern MPCs and MPC software. Download the sample packs at bootdiscandchill.com and use promo code BOOTDISC, all one word, to cop the free download. To further support the project, you can join the Patreon or purchase the digital collectibles. Check out the link in my bio and make more beats.